This is Christopher Smith with a Liberty Minute.
Hello, America. It seems as we move closer to ground zero in the progressive stranglehold in Washington, the clever attack ads are coming out. There are no pretenses here. The eyes of the nation are focused on Nevada state race between entrenched political chameleon Harry Reid and Nevada state legislator and Nevada Tea Party favorite Sharron Angle. Now, there are a lot of names in the hat for the nomination, but Angle pulled ahead, particularly of more favored candidates, including Danny Tarkanian, son of UNLV basketball coach legend Jerry Tarkanian. The most common comments you'll get about Danny are, nice guy, rock solid values, and all-around stand-up fellow, but, from insiders, an absolutely inept campaigner. But I digress. It seems Harry thinks he can fall back on tried-and-true social justice stump tactics of projection and equivocation to win over votes and save his skin and dodge an accountability call this upcoming November. Truth is, if Sharron doesn't find the right angle, she will get edged out, for sure, because this is her race to lose. She had a solid double-digit lead on Reid straight up to the run into the primaries, then tapered off to a statistical dead heat just within the margin of error where we are currently, according to the Rasmussen poll taken just on the 18th of this month. But the question is to ask, is it Sharron Angle's inability to attract conservative voters by articulating the message clear enough to get the Kennedy Democrat fence centers on her side? Or is it Reid's default image firewall of overt bias obstructionism from the state-controlled media to pick a fight where they perceive Angle is the weakest? That's up for you to decide. Now follow me here. With the latest spate of attack ads hot off the press from Harry Reid's propaganda mill, he has the unmitigated gall to characterize Angle as extreme. Now, if that isn't rank projection, folks, I don't know what is. If you understand progressive politics, you'll see how easy Harry is to read. Old good Tom Harry falsely asserts,
it's the same Sharron Angle who'd eliminate the Department of Education.
Eliminate the Department of Education or simply cut it back?
I would like to go through to the elimination.
Teacher layoffs, no Department of Education. She's just too extreme.
Sharron Angle needs to own this and flip the script on Reid. It is Reid and his progressive band of coffeehouse congressional usurpers who are recklessly railroading over the Constitution to push universal health care on us. And America knows the difference between needs and wants. We need health care, but we don't want to wreck and destroy our economy in the process. Expanding the role of the government to facilitate this unconstitutional tether to our economic and social liberties needs to be addressed. Angle needs to draw a line between the enumerated responsibilities laid out constitutionally and where Reid and his consensus of constitutional haters flatly ignore the rule of law in favor of their majority to push health care in the first place. She needs to own pointing out the unconstitutional manner in which how we got our Department of Education in the first place, and how a department of bureaucrats was placed there as a wedge between the people and their tax dollars and public accountability. And she needs to also show and illustrate very adeptly where the government grows, our individual liberties shrink. If she can do that, that's problem one for Harry. But she needs to be aggressive and assertive while doing this. She needs to attack Reid's blind support of the NEA, whose sole role is on record for wanting nothing but money and power as a lobby. So, if they want power and money, how are they helping our schools? So those are good time Harry's people. Angle needs to position herself as the champion of 10th Amendment rights for the states to reflect their citizens' individual approach on how they want to address public education without federal overreach. If she does this and does it convincingly, she'll not only gain a foothold on old Harry, it'll cast aspersions on his entire legislative agenda and history. And that should be her goal, to have people look at the total package of Harry Reid, not just the image we get every 6 years when he needs to pull up to the political pump for a refill. It's time to tell people like Harry Reid to make like Michael Jackson and beat it. Again, this is her race to lose. Angle needs to appear not to be weak, She needs to stand on the Constitution and articulate his position from the Constitution's. Learn to pick apart artfully and skillfully the coffeehouse Jedi mind trick of social justice and do it on the fly. If she does this, she will be formidable, and it's going to get back to him. Why? Because if a debate comes up, it's going to be the lie of the land for old Harry that makes him decide to want to come out and play ball. If she looks weak and pensive, he'll step up his challenge, and he'll do it doggedly. But if she can pick apart the mainstream media intelligentsia, if she can silence social justice, and she can do this on the fly, it's going to charge the very ground old Harry walks on. And it exposes patently unconstitutional policy pursuits and make old Harry look like he's bringing frosting to a gunfight. He'll think twice, and she'll gain support from the Kennedy Dems, who are the moderates that have been simply displaced from the ranks of the Democratic Party by progressives. Sharron Angle needs to show how Reid has an affinity for completely disregarding the will of the people and advancing failed policies that are foreign to America, and turn to attacking we the people when we don't line up to kowtow to his party line dictates and swallow the blue pill along party lines. When you uncover old Dirty Harry, it will be clear to America who's really extreme, and show the voters that they have a clear choice: Harry Reid, a man loyal to party, and Sharron Angle, a person loyal to we the people, not we a party. What do you think? I'm Christopher Smith for the Liberty Rant.